93.9 WLVB. Well, it is 8:19. Good morning. I'm Roland Lajoie, and it is Wednesday. And in the month of May, on Wednesdays, we've been getting together. This has been going on for the last many years. With members of the staff of Lamoille County Mental Health Services. And this morning we have Janelle, Germaine, who is the director of the Ivy program. We're going to tell you what that is in just a second. And Hayley, LeCours, who is a case manager, who's with us this morning. Well, thanks for coming in this morning. Hey, you brought the sunshine. Look at the sun's out. Boy.
Thanks for having us, Roland.
We'll give you responsibility for the weather. Before we start this morning, maybe just want to backtrack to last week when Elena was here. She was talking about a children's program that you folks had last Friday. And, of course, since we are going to be talking with kids with the Ivy program, just thought we'd kind of back up and talk about that program that happened last Friday. So what was the program last Friday and how did it go?
So in celebration of Mental Health Awareness Month, we held a Children's Day for some children that we serve in our program. So I just wanted to do a quick follow-up and give a shout out to Alana and the rest of the children's staff because it was a really successful day. We had about 20 kids in attendance. They each came with a staff member. And despite our less than ideal rainy weather that afternoon, that really prevented us from being outside and doing some of the activities we wanted to do. Everyone still had a great time. So I just wanted to give them a huge thank you because I know it takes a lot of time and energy to put something like that together.
And of course, all the kids that attended are all part of the program then.
Correct. Right. Yep. And they all attended with a staff member that they work with.
Right. And what were the age parameters for the kids that were there? Were somewhere in between what?
I think we had as young as 4 or 5 and all the way up through middle to early high school.
Wow. Okay. So, well, congratulations on that. So I was mentioning that Janelle is the director of the Ivy program. Now, Ivy stands for what?
So Ivy stands for Intervention Venues for Youth. The program has been at Lamoille County Mental Health for about 6 years, so it's relatively new. It is a part of our Children, Youth, and Family Services program. Ivy was formed when the Children's Personal Care Program through the state was reorganized, and they gave us funding at our designated agency as well as designated agencies across the state to create a program to help support families and youth who have behavioral struggles within their home and their communities. So the Ivy program supports families who have children with a co-occurring developmental delay or autism disorder as well as a mental health diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. And the age group that we're talking about, is that similar to the age group you just talked about a little while ago?
It is. We start working with kids around age 3 all the way up until high school graduation. So if a child stays in school until they're 22, we can work with them in the Ivy program until they graduate. Okay.
Well, why don't we have Hayley come in here for a second, because she is a caseworker, and so you really kind of help administer the program then, right?
Yeah, I bring kiddos out into the community and I enter into their homes.
Yeah, and so what are the types of things that you do?
Sure, it kind of depends on the age.
Of course, yeah.
But with some of the younger kids, we might be going to the playground as the weather gets nicer.
Hopefully.
Right. So we're practicing the steps related to road safety. How do I cross the road safely, and how do I do that consistently? And through support, using visual stop signs to help them gain confidence in that process.
Right, okay.
With some of my older kids, we might go to the library and we're working on some of their more personal goals, things like studying for their permit. But while we're there, how do I interact appropriately with the staff in that setting? Then what went well in that interaction? How did I feel about it, and how can I improve for next time?
So that's one of the basic goals of the program, is to integrate the children, or almost young adults actually, into the community and to kind of get them acclimated. Is that what the goal is?
Yeah,
to an
absolutely.
Extent? Yeah.
And having the confidence in their abilities in that area, that I know what to say, I know how to respond. Yeah.
So how do parents decide to become part of the program, the IB program? Would that be something that probably maybe Janelle would want to tackle on that one? So how do folks get involved? I mean, because I'm sure there are those out there that are having difficulties and just don't know where to turn or don't know much about your program. So
absolutely,
how do they do that?
Yep. So a parent can call our agency and ask for some supports. A referral would be put through to our screen team, and depending on the presenting problems that the parent talked about, we would decide what program might be a good fit. Schools can also make referrals with parent permission, so our referrals can come in from some different sources.
Right, but is it mostly from the adults, from parents or caregivers, or it could come either way?
It could come either way, yep. And sometimes kids are receiving other supports within our agency, and they might just need a little higher level, and so it might be another case manager within another program that talks with a family and saying, hey, I think this program might be a really good fit for you. Can we meet with somebody and talk about it?
Right. And then as you've gone through the program and kids have continued on to that, many of them actually come back to you later on, or do you get any kind of feedback on how things are progressing with them?
Sometimes they do, absolutely. And sometimes we're helping to make referrals on to the next step in their life if they're with us through graduation, and, what's the best fit to support them through adulthood if they're still needing that.
Right. So now if folks want to find out more about the programs, the Ivy program, and get in touch with you or Hayley, how do they go about doing that?
Absolutely. Our number at the agency is 802-888-5026. My extension directly is 118. Hayley's extension
116.
116.
And
okay.
if there's ever any questions, you can just call and say, can I speak with someone in the Ivy program? And they'll direct you to us.
Right.
We also have our website, lemoyle.org, which has information as well.
Exactly. And of course, this is, as we mentioned, a Mental Health Awareness Month. Though mental issues happen 12 months a year, but during this month of May, we like to focus on what the folks at Lamoille County Mental Health Services do, including Janelle, Germaine, and Hayley, LeCours. So thank you both for coming in. Good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
93.9 WLVB.